Yes, good afternoon, everyone. 11th class accountancy, chapter 8, journal. And yesterday we did discount topic, in which I told you two type of discount. So I'm just doing a recap: cash discount and trade discount. I told you that trade discount is offered when the goods are purchased in bulk and no accounting treatment is there. For this account, it is never debited or credited. Cash discount is offered when the payment is made within a specified time period, and it is of two types: discount allowed and discount received. Allowed and discount received. Yes, discount allowed and discount received. Discount allowed is always debited and discount received is always credited. And for a seller, it is discount allowed because the seller is giving discount to other party, and for the buyer it is discount received because buyer is getting the, so the transaction is one and two aspect are there. One aspect is the sale aspect. In seller's book the entry will be with sales point of view, and in buyer's book the entry will be with purchase point of view. With purchases we are always receiving the discount, so it will be credited. At the time of sale the seller is giving us or allowing us discount, so it will be debited. Discount allowed is an expense, so it is debited. Discount received is a revenue, so it will be credited. Yes, तो अभी एक क्वेश्चन कर लेते हैं इससे रिलेटेड बेटा, बिफोर गोइंग फॉर द नेक्स्ट. Yes, the question is, wait a minute. Yes, this is the question. Enter the following transactions in the books of journal of Hari and Company. So we need to make the journal of Hari and Company. Here I am making the format of the journal. Transaction number 1. So the first transaction here is purchase goods from Vinod of the list price of rupees 40,000 at 10% trade discount. On April 1, Hari purchased goods from Vinod of the list price 40,000 at 10% trade discount. Okay, 40,000 at 10% trade discount. So Hari is the purchaser. So we are going to pass the entry from Hari's point of view. On 1st April, 40,000 costing goods are purchased. Trade discount. Trade discount is subtracted at the rate of 10%. 10% of 40,000, which is equal to 36,000. So the first entry will be done with 36,000 for the purchases of the goods. Okay. So whenever the goods are purchased, what is the entry is passed? Yes, whenever goods are purchased. Yes, purchase account debit to Vinod. Very good, Samay. Good understanding. Yes, this will be the entry. Purchases, whenever goods are purchased, then one account is used, that is the purchases account. Yes, Ishita, very good. Purchases account debit to Vinod. Name of buyer, seller, sorry. Name of seller, Vinod. And the amount we will be assuming 36,000. Amount is 36,000. Okay, the amount is 36,000. Am I clear with the first entry? So you have seen that the trade discount is only subtracted. It is never shown in the books of entry. It is only subtracted. Now the second transaction is on April 2. Return goods to Vinod of the list price of rupees 1,000. One thing you have to make sure here, that is the list price of 1,000. If you are getting the discount at the time of purchase of the goods, then the same discount you need to subtract at the time of return of the goods. So you are going to return the goods of rupees 1,000. This is the list price. It means from this amount you need to subtract the discount. Suppose you have purchased a dress for you from the market costing rupees 1,500 and you are paying to the seller rupees 1,200 after bargaining. So 300 you are getting discount. So after 2 days you went back to that shop and you just want to return that dress because you don't like that dress. So the seller will be repaying you 1,500 or 1,200 for that purchase return. Yes, 1,500 or 1,200, please tell me. 1,500 or 1,200? Yes, everyone. Yes, 1,200. Why? Because whatever the discount you have taken at the time of purchase of the goods, so the same discount you are going to subtract at the time of purchase return of the goods. So in the similar way, 10% discount you got at the time of purchase of the goods. So this is the list price 1000 and less trade discount. 10% of 1000, which is 100. So the goods of rupees 900 are returned. So what will be the entry for purchase return? Please tell me the entry for purchase return. You are returning goods back to Vinod. So Vinod is your creditor. So creditor is a liability. Liability is decreased. So the Vinod will be debited. And the other account, which other account we need to use? Yes, very good. Purchase return. To purchase return account. Yes, very good. And the amount is 900. Yes, very good. Amount is 900. Yes, third entry. I'm going back to the PDF for third entry. Yes. Third entry is paid cash to Vinod in paid cash to Vinod 34,000 in full settlement. So here we need to understand the word full settlement. Here we are making payment of 34,000 in full settlement. Full settlement means full and final payment. Means after this, we are not going to pay anything to him. It is full and final settlement. We have settled his account. So first of all, we must find out that what is the amount payable to Vinod. Please tell me what is the amount payable to Vinod. Yes, please tell me first. What is the amount payable to Vinod here? Yes, please tell me. What is the amount payable to Vinod here? Yes, very good, Samay, Harshita. I am waiting for some more answers. Please do active participation in class. Otherwise, you people will not be able to understand the concept. Yes. No, Ankita, you are incorrect. For 36,000, we have purchased the goods. Then how 34,000? Yes, Ajay, Rishabh, Samay, Harshita, you all are correct, beta. Ankita, please check your calculations again. Yes, Asta Rastogi, you are also wrong, beta. Khushi, you are also wrong. Why 36,000? We have already returned 900 to him. Then how 36,000 we need to pay him again? If we have returned, yes, if we have returned 900 goods to him, then why 36,000 or 34,000 we return to pay to him? Yes, yes, very good. Total amount we need to pay him 36,000. You can see from this entry 36,000. We have purchased goods from him 36,000. And out of these goods, 900 goods we have already returned him. So the net amount payable to him is 35,100. Yes, very good. We are supposed to make payment of 35,100. But now we are settling the claim at 34,000. So if we need to pay 35,100 to someone, 35,100 to someone, and we are making payment of only 34,000, then what is the profit of difference known as? Please tell me. Yes. Supposed to pay? Yes, we are supposed to pay. Supposed to pay 35,100 and paid only 34,000. So the difference amount 1100. What is that difference amount will be called? Not profit. It's, yes, Khushi, it's not allowed. How it can be discount allowed? When you are making payment, then you will be discount allowed or you will be receiving discount. Just try to understand the concept allowed or received. Whenever you are making payment, then always it will be discount received. When you are getting payment, then it will be discount allowed. Okay, payer. Payer means the person who is making payment will be always entitled for discount received. Okay, so 1100 is discount received. So in such type of question, you can see that in this question, discount word is nowhere used. So you have to understand the concept. If you have to make more payment to someone and you are settling his claim in less payment, then the difference will be always discount. So here you can use one trick, that the questions in which full settlement word is used, then there will be always a concept of discount, either discount allowed or discount received. If you are making the payment, then there will be discount received. If you are receiving the payment, you are a seller and you are receiving the payment, then it will be the concept of discount allowed. Okay, so in this question, you can see that 5,100 we need to pay, 34,000 we are paying, so this is 1100 is the difference, and this is the discount received. Now could you please make the entry? What entry will be passed? Three accounts are there. Vinod account is settled, then further cash account is involved. One account is Vinod, second account is cash, and third account is discount, and this is discount received. It is the concept of discount received. Okay, Vinod, cash, discount received. Vinod is the creditor, so it's a liability. When you will be making payment to that liability, it will be debited. Then cash is an asset, so whenever asset is decreased, then it is credited. Discount received is a revenue for you, so revenue is increases, it is credited. So the journal entry will be, I am waiting for your answer, students. Yes, very good. Khushi, Harshita, Ishita, very good. Only these 5-6 students used to give answers, others sit lethargically. So all those students who are just sitting only, who have joined the class only for getting attendance, no doubt they will be getting attendance, but except attendance they are not getting anything. So make sure you people are taking active participation in class, otherwise it will be totally wastage of time. You will not be able to get the concepts because only few students used to give answer. From next class I am going to unmute you one by one for asking the journal entries. Make sure you people are ready with the answers. Okay, so the entry will be Vinod debit to cash, and the date, whatever the date was mentioned there, you can write here, to cash account, to discount receipt. Vinod will be debited by 35,100, cash 34,000, and discount 1,100. Being full settlement done. With Vinod. Or you can write in any other manner, because many times I told you that there is no standard language for narrations. Okay. So this is the complete question. In this manner, the Vinod account was opened, and after doing the full settlement, it is closed down. Okay. So in this topic, you have learned then whenever there is a full settlement word is there in the question, so you need to go to the back to check what amount was actually due, how many of the goods are returned, then finally what amount we were supposed to give him, then what amount we are making payment to him, then the difference will be known to discount. It may be either discount received or discount allowed. How? If you are getting the payment, you are buyer, you are seller, sorry, in that case you are receiving you are getting the payment, you are seller, in that case it will be discount allowed. If you are buyer, it means you are making payment, in that case it will be discount received. Discount received is credited and discount allowed is debited. So please tell me, I am clear with this question? Tell me all, am I clear with this question? Yes. Next question, one more question, let's do of same type. Okay, so one more question we are doing for the same type. Wait a minute. And you people are going to do this question. So, example number 7. Sold goods to Kailash of the list price of 10,000, 1 lakh at a trade discount of 15%. Okay. Here you need to prepare the books of Gaurav. And who is Gaurav? Gaurav is the seller. In previous question, we did the entries from the point of view of buyer. Here, the Gaurav is seller. Okay. So let's start. Do the first entry, please. Do the first entry. I am waiting for your answer. Do the first entry, everyone. Sold goods to Kailash of the list price of rupees 1 lakh at a trade discount of 15%. Okay. Yes, 15%. Yes, I am waiting for your answer, everyone. Yes, I want answer from some more students. This chapter is very important as well as the base for the other chapters. So you need to do it seriously. Otherwise, you people will not be able to do the further chapters. Yes, I am waiting for your answer, everyone. Yes, very good. All those students who are not giving me answer, I am going to unmute them. So please give answers. Namish, Nilima, Piyush, why you people are sitting quietly? Why you are not giving me answer? Yes, yes, this is the sale transaction. So from viewpoint of sale, we are passing the entry. Yes, list price 1 lakh at the discount of 15% trade discount. So 1 lakh minus 15,000, 85,000. May 10, we are selling the goods on May 10. Okay, 85,000 and we are selling goods to Kailash. So the entry will be May 10. Yes, Kailash debit to sales. First entry, 85,000. In previous question, I told you narration you can write being goods sold. That's it. Being goods sold. Second entry on May 13. Kailash returned goods of the list price 4,000. So this is the list price only 4,000. List price 4,000. Subtract the discount, trade discount at the rate of 15%. 600. So 3,400. This will be considered purchase return or sales return for Gaurav. Please tell me. Purchase return or sales return for Gaurav. Yes. First entry is correct. Second entry I am asking about. Yes, for Gaurav it's a sales return. So sales are credited always and sales return are debited. Sales return account debit to Kailash. 3,400. This is the second entry. Being goods returned. Being goods returned. Third entry. Yes, very good. Third entry. Third entry is received from Kailash the amount due from him under a cash discount of 5%. It means we have received amount from Kailash, whatever the amount was due from him under a cash discount of 5%. So we need to calculate first that the what amount we need to get from Kailash. So just please tell me what amount we need to get from Kailash. Total 85,000 was there. And out of this, yes, I am waiting for your answer, students. Yes, yes. Some more answers I want. Yes. You just tell me the amount, what amount we need to get from Kailash. So 85,000 we were supposed to get. Out of this 85,000 for 3,400 he has returned the goods. So first of all we need to subtract it. 81,600 we were supposed to get. Now just calculate the discount, cash discount of 5%. Cash discount of 5% on 81,600 at the rate of 5%, we need to subtract. 4080. Very good, everyone. 4080. So this amount is the discount. So it will be subtracted. So the net amount received. Net amount received. $77,520. Yes, am I correct? Yes, very good, Ankita Singh. So the account now, this will be discount allowed or discount received. Please tell me. Yes, this will be discount allowed or discount received for Gaurav. Yes, I'm waiting for your answer. Yes, discount allowed. And discount allowed is always debited. So now the entry will be cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Kailash. To Kailash. Okay. And the amount will be 77,520, 4080 and 81,600. And this will be known as settlement. Okay. Settlement with Kailash done. Or you can write the amount received from Kailash after deducting cash discount. The amount received from Kailash after deducting cash discount. Now please tell me, am I clear? Tell me, am I clear? I'm waiting for your answer. Yes, very good, Khushi, Samay. And only few students, and remember that all those students who are giving me answer, I will be giving them some extra marks. Who are giving me answer on continuous basis. Only few students are there who are giving me answer. Yes. Okay. So now the next topic, that is the next topic, which is bad debts. I will be telling you some special entry. Write down. Special entries. Special entries. Write down the first entry regarding bad debts. I told you the concept of bad debts. You need to make a page of all these entries in your fair notebook. In your fair notebook. So these are the very special entries and special treatment will be there. So the first entry is bad debts. So bad debt is a loss. Suppose you were supposed to get 5,000 from Ram. Yes, beta, suppose we were supposed to get 5,000 from Ram. And Ram was declared insolvent. Insolvent means he was not able to pay the money. And he was supposed to pay only 60%. It was mentioned in the question that he was supposed to pay only 60%. He was able to pay 60%. So now in such type of entries, three accounts will be there. First account will be the cash account. Why? Because he is making us payment. Second account will be the Ram, who is our debtor, and he has become insolvent. Third account always will be there, bad debts. Bad debts, I told you earlier also that when the debtor became insolvent and he is not able to make payment, then it is known as bad debts. Okay. So here cash, Ram, bad debts. So now you need to decide that what account will be there. Cash is asset. Yes, cash is asset. And we are receiving the asset. So cash is increasing. Ram is the debtor. He is making payment. He is another asset. And one asset is decreasing. Bad debt is a loss to us because that amount we are not able to get back. So it's a loss. Losses are always debited. When asset decreases, credited. When asset increases, debited. So in this transaction, three accounts are there. So it's a compound entry. Because whenever more than two accounts are there, the entries are known as compound entry. So how this entry will be passed? Cash account debit, bad debts account debit to Ram. So could you please tell me the amount? What amount of cash Ram is making payment? Please tell me the amount. Yes, please tell me the amount. Yes, 60% of 5,000. Yes, 3,000 he has paid. 2,000 has become bad debts, and total 5,000 we were supposed to take from him. Okay, and what will be the narration? Being 60% amount received from Ram and balance bad debts. Or you can write the narration in any other manner which you want. Writing, when you people are writing narration, you have to make one thing clear only, that the transaction is clear from narration. How you need to write, that depends totally on you. You can write just the question itself after adding being in it. Okay. So this was the entry about the bad debt. So whenever bad debt entry will be there, 3 accounts will be involved. And the next special entry, write down. Second special entry, bad debts recovered. Bad debts recovered. Bad debt recovered means when one amount is declared as bad debt, after some time, after 6 months, 8 months, or 1 year, the person is able to pay that amount back. The person, being honest person, now that person is having the money, so he is ready to make the payment. So he is ready to make the payment. So that amount which was earlier written off as bad debt, now the person is making payment, is known as bad debts recovered. Suppose Ram, after 6 months, Ram has appeared to you and he is saying that now he wants to make the payment of rupees 2,000 back. So in that case, in this case, please tell me which two accounts or which accounts will be involved. Ram is making payment, so first account will be cash. And what will be the second account? For this purpose, we need to open a new account. This account is known as bad debts recovered account. Not bad debts recovered. Means the amount which was earlier written off as bad debts, now it is recovered. So this new account will be opened. So one account will be cash account and the other account will be bad debts recovered account. Okay. So whatever the amount will be given in the question, you need to just write that amount. Suppose 2,000 you are getting recovered. Now tell me please which account will be debited and which will be credited. I am waiting for your answer. Tell me. Cash is an asset. Yes, cash is an asset. Asset is increasing. Bad debt recovered is a profit or revenue we can say. So it is also increasing. Whenever asset increases, debit. So this account will be credited. So entry will be cash account debit to bad debts recovered account. Okay. So whatever the amount is given in the question, we need to write here that amount only. Being bad debts recovered. Being bad debts recovered from, name of the person you can write. It's up to you. If you want, you can write, or not, then need not to write. There is no hard and fast rule for narrations. Am I clear with this transaction? Please tell me. Yes, everyone, please tell me, am I clear? Yes, beta. So two special entries we have done. Write down the third entry. Third special entry, that is the interest on capital. Third special entry. Interest on capital. In accounting equation questions also, I told you the treatment for interest on capital. I told you that the investor has invested, the proprietor has invested his capital in the business. So it is the responsibility of the business to pay him some interest on capital. Yes. And there I told you the transaction, the treatment for interest on capital, that it is added in capital and subtracted from capital. But here the accounting equation treatment will not be followed. Here we are doing the journal entry. So a little bit difference is there in journal entry. So whenever there will be interest on capital, there will be always two accounts. There will be always two accounts. First account, interest on capital. Interest on capital. Okay. And the second account will be capital. Why capital? Because interest on capital is the income to the proprietor. And who is representing the proprietor in the business? Capital. So whenever anything will be related to the proprietor, then his capital account will be used in the journal entry. So capital account will be the first account and second account will be the interest on capital. Now let's discuss its nature. Interest on capital. Business is making payment of interest to the proprietor. So please tell me, interest on capital is an asset, revenue, capital, or income for the business or expense for the business? Tell me, business is making payment of interest to the owner. Yes, very good Siddhi, very good Ajay, Ishita, Khushi, very good. No, Khushi, you are incorrect, beta. It is an expense. Anything which the business is paying to anyone, whether it is the owner or the outsider, then it is always an expense. And expenses are always debited. And capital. When the businessman will be getting interest on capital, his capital will be increased because it will be added in the capital. So it will be increased. So now tell me, expenses are increased debited, and when capital is increased, it is credited. So the entry will be, write down, the entry will be interest on capital account debit to capital account. This will be always the entry for interest on capital. And write the amount, whatever is the amount is given in the question. Write that amount only. Yes, very good, Samir. Interest on capital account debit to capital. Okay. Next transaction, special entry, fourth special entry, that is the cash withdrawn for personal use. Cash withdrawn for personal use from business. Personal use from business. Now tell me which two accounts will be there. Cash withdrawn. So first account is withdrawn cash. And the second account, whenever there is personal use, then which account I told you? Yes, very good. Which account I told you for personal use always? Yes, drawings. Very good. So in this transaction, there are two accounts involved. First is the cash and second is the drawing. So now let's analyze the nature of these two accounts. Cash account is asset and drawing account is an expense. So whenever we are making drawing, expenses are increasing. So it will be debited, and cash is withdrawn. So asset is decreasing. So it will be credited. Okay. So the entry will be drawings account debit to cash account. This will be the entry. Drawings account debit to cash account, and write the amount whatever is given in the question. So am I clear? Yes, please tell me. Am I clear? So yes, drawings to cash. Yes, very good. So total 4 entries till now I have told you. One or two more entries I am telling you. Next entry, write down. Income received in advance. Income received in advance. Suppose you have received in advance commission. In question it is given that commission received in advance. So which two accounts will be there whenever you are receiving commission in advance? Please tell me which two accounts will be there. Commission received in advance. Which two accounts will be there? Yes, first account is commission. Commission received in advance. This will be the account. Commission received in advance, or what we can write, advance commission. Both are correct. Advance commission. And whenever something we are receiving or we are making payment, then the other account involved is always cash. So cash is again asset, and commission received in advance. What is the nature of this commission received in advance? Asset, liability, capital, expense, or revenue? Yes, very good, Ajay Bhatia. It's a liability. Very quick answer. Very good. It's a liability. So we are receiving cash, so our asset is increasing. And whenever we are receiving in advance, liability is increasing. So both are increased. So when asset is increased, it is debit. When liability is increased, it is credit. So the entry is cash account debit to advance commission, and write the amount, whatever the amount is there. Whatever the amount is there, suppose 500. Next, write down the next entry, that is the expenses paid in advance. Expense paid in advance. What term I have given you for expenses paid in advance? I think very less time is left, so we will do this topic in the next class because it will be not completed today.